In our Making a Difference report tonight, the 500,000 American children who are in foster homes and the adults who care enough to give them a good home, and there's always a huge need for more. But one Georgia family is really in a class all its own. They've been doing this for decades now, making a huge difference in so many young lives. Their story tonight from NBC's Tan Trung in Georgia.
John and Polly Lewis are in their golden years. John's 89 years old, Polly 83.
I feel young today, really I do. I might not look that young, but I do feel young.
Polly says that's thanks to all the children who've lived in their home in Decatur, Georgia.
They make you feel young because they keep you busy.
The Lewises have been busy since 1972. After raising their 2 children in this house, they say the nest felt awfully empty. So they became foster parents. Over the decades, they've been mom and dad to more than 80 foster children.
It was Sid, Ricky, Tony.
Almost too many to remember.
Scotty.
These are the faces of some of those 80 kids. Abandoned, abused, or neglected, they all found a home here. A home one young man now says saved him.
I can honestly say maybe I'd be on the streets, maybe homeless, maybe even worse.
Tony Garrison remembers when he first came to this house. He was 8 years old, nervous and crying. Then the man he would eventually call Pop gave him a squirt gun.
It's like I went from being scared, balled up in the corner to like, hey mom, hey dad, just that water gun for some reason just alleviated all the negative, stress.
Tony's now 26 and a graduate student. Polly remembers when he entered college.
That's the only reward I was looking for, helping somebody as I go through this life.
I believe they kept me going.
Nearly 40 years after taking in their first foster child, the Lewises are still at it, now caring for 2 teenage girls. Back then they were called Pop and Big Mama. Now it's Grandpa and Grandma, but it's still family. Tan Trung, NBC News, Decatur, Georgia.
How about that? That's our broadcast for this Monday night. Thank you for being with us. I'm Brian Williams. We hope to see you right back here tomorrow evening. Good night.
When I first met the Lewises, it was in the summer of 1992. When I first got there, I think I cried for the first day or 2 because I really didn't understand what was going on. And early in the morning, I was just standing in the driveway and just started bursting into tears. Mr. Lewis came to me and told me to call him Pop, and it made me feel much more comfortable. Ms. Lewis came out and, she put her arms around me and, told me I didn't have anything to worry about and that everything was going to be all right. And no matter how many kids came in the home, they always made sure that each one of us got individual and proper attention. They never made one feel like they were more important than the other. Personally, the Lewises are my only family. They've raised me, taken care of me, rewarded me when I did good, punished me when I did wrong.
Listen, Tina.
I honestly know for a fact I would more than likely be another statistic. I mean, foster care, and just, a lot of kids, never really make it. So I can honestly say maybe I'd be on the streets, maybe homeless, maybe even worse. Maybe dead, hooked on drugs. Now that I'm older, I look back on all the things they taught me. And they were exactly on point because I realized that I had a rare support that the vast majority of kids in the foster care system never even know exists. It wasn't like a foster parent, foster child family. I felt like every other family.